Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and free agency updates, potential trades that could occur during the free agency period for the Lakers, and the DeAndre Ayton situation. I mean, everything that we know so far by this Los Angeles Lakers team so far in this free agency, and what's the expectations now? Because so far, as of today, the Lakers haven't done anything to resolve their free agency roster. I mean, just to improve their roster, especially the center position, which is obviously the one priority. And we're going to get into all of that. But before anything, like always, please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know or when I go live or when I upload videos on this channel. Please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And also follow me all across social media. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. The links will be in the description after this live streams, or you guys can probably click it on the banner of this channel. So guys, please make sure to do so. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. When it comes all said and done, I really appreciate the continued love support you guys have shown me all over social media. So, guys, let's just get right into the Lakers and their situation. All right. And so sad once again that the Lakers are still not getting things done when it comes down to priorities, certain positions, and trying to improve this team for next season. And of course, building a team for the future with Luka being part of our future for the next 5 to 10 years to come. And unfortunately, we haven't been seeing it. And, so far, I'm not seeing any updates as I can see on my end. No updates, no nothing. The Lakers basically didn't do any moves when it comes to this second day of free agency. They did make a move, obviously yesterday with the signing of Jake what's his name? Let me see here, guys. Jake, sorry, I'll get to those posts in just a minute. Jake Lavera, Lavera, that's his name there. When it comes all said and done, guys, he basically joined the Lakers just yesterday, signing with the Lakers on a 2-year, $12 million deal with Los Angeles Lakers, according to Shams Charania. And basically, he had a really good finishing start to our finishing season, really strong year with the Sacramento Kings when it comes all said and done. And he's good friends with Austin Reeves, and he was part of that recruitment trial, if you will, when it comes to the Lakers and with Austin Reeves and him over the summer and basically getting him to LA. And obviously, due to this signee, we had to lose Dorian Finney-Smith in the process, which is kind of sucks because, obviously we're going to lose his defensive side of his abilities to, as we all witnessed when he joined the Lakers. Am I doing good? Hold on. See, this is the problem. Okay. Let me try to switch it. See, this is the problem. Okay. Let me try to switch it. Okay, am I good? Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm good for now. So, sorry about that, guys. So, when it comes all said and done, it was a situation where we had to lose Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency to the Houston Rockets, which, by the way, they're emerging to become one of the top teams in the Western Conference, to be competing with the OKC. And now recently with the Denver Nuggets making moves of their own, getting Bruce Brown back, which they should have never gotten rid of when it comes to their 2023 championship run. And he was the main focal point of the rotation in that. So that's just my opinion about that. But they got him and basically a lot of veteran minimum decent players to join their team. They also got Jonas Valanciunas in the trade with the Sacramento Kings. And just lots of teams around the NBA, including the Milwaukee Bucks, with the Miles Turner joining the Milwaukee Bucks, leaving the Indiana Pacers. So, this was a pretty good, busy couple of days, especially the second day with a couple of teams making some moves to improve their roster. But unfortunately, the Lakers are not doing this so this time around, and not compared to last season. I mean, obviously, the last offseason, the Lakers didn't make any moves, which was obviously the worst in franchise history to ever that happen. But now, when it comes down to this was the only move with Jake, Lavia. Sorry, I gotta get his name right. But when it comes all said and done, guys, he is the guy that the Lakers went after, and what I've heard that he was the first on their list to get. So I think it was already in play for them to potentially pursue him. So, but I kind of like his game, his shooting ability and his ability to develop as a player. I think he'll work wonders with Luka being alongside him. So obviously, guys, this was a really good situation for him to join the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done. So just a good addition here. I really like it. I'm not mad at it. So it's a really good add-on to the Lakers rotation when it comes all said and done. But the main priority, guys, the main priority for the Lakers to potentially, move on and have a good success this offseason is to still add another center. And I'm going to get to that in just a bit. But and obviously, guys, we saw this one. The Milwaukee Bucks. they are wrong for what they did to Damian Lillard. I mean, it would have been nice if they if they kept him around with Giannis, and but obviously, he did suffer that Achilles tendon, so he's going to be out for a year at best. So. Or for the least, really. But obviously, a speedy recovery uh, for Dame here, and hopefully he bounces back and joins a team that wants him. So that's my hope for him. Hopefully, but just on that side note, so obviously, when you look at what the updated reports are, is that basically, the Lakers are monitoring a potential trade that could potentially happen. And I'm hearing from a lot of sources that, Dave McMenamin and Ramona Shelburne, they're all basically saying that a trade is going to happen. But the problem is when. And the idea right now is that they're looking at these potential players. Now, I don't really, I mean, obviously we all know about Nick Richards. I made a whole video about that a couple of years ago. So, he's with the Phoenix Suns. And basically, the Lakers are potentially just held in talks with the Phoenix Suns and, all the rest of the top teams like that have centers that want to make a trade. And it kind of makes sense if the Lakers do make a trade with for the Suns, that can obviously complete the trade with the Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets. They still have time to make a sign and trade type of situation with that, um, but it kind of makes sense if they do that route to get Nick Richards. Then there's East Misi. I really like East Misi, to be honest with you. He's just got drafted last year, along with Dalton Connect and Bounty James and all that. So he's a young guy, big guy that can develop with this Lakers team and be part of the Luka timeline, in my opinion, when it comes down to that. So with that being said, I mean, I really think when it comes all said and done, it is a situation where Lakers have those type of choices, but the main guy that obviously that we are waiting for when it comes down to the signee is DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is obviously still available out there. He has until Wednesday to clear waivers for the Lakers to potentially pursue. Now, obviously, don't don't pay attention to these three guys because they already is signed, or no, these two centers with Brooke Lopez and Clint Capella. I mean, they're already signed with their respected teams, so ignore those. But obviously, you have D'Anthony Melton, and obviously you have the main guy that we're waiting for to potentially make a signee announcement, potentially Wednesday or maybe tonight. You never know, but I haven't gotten no notifications yet for that to potentially happen. So, and DeAndre Ayton, he basically is the only center out there that kind of makes sense for the Lakers to sign. When it comes all said and done, and I just really think that he could be a great fit with this Lakers team. The only knock I have against him is that what I've been hearing throughout the rumor mill or just basically reporting is that he doesn't have a great work ethic, so that's kind of going to be a hard job for JJ Redick to motivate a guy like him to just play his best basketball that he can, so he could help us win games and all that. So yeah, doesn't have that mentality to just work hard and just show up when he needs to. So that's the only knock against him, and that's the main reason. But it's kind of like this is your last chance type of situation when it comes to teams looking at you for the future. If you could be the guy for the future and be part of the work ethic and be motivated to win games and all that. So that's the kind of idea for him to potentially do going into this upcoming season. So, um, but we're still waiting on him. We do need a center. I don't care if he doesn't have that worth ethic as long as we get a center because we're completely have no centers, and that was the main priority for the Lakers to go into free agency, and that is to sign a center. And yet we signed somebody who is a power forward, a young guy, which I have no problem with when it comes down to his ability, what he brings to the table. In Jake Levira, God, I keep butchering his last name. My apologies, guys. Um, but when it comes all said and done, he is a guy that the Lakers signed in the first day of free agency, and right now we're just waiting on a center, either visa trade or potentially signing DeAndre Ayton. And as I mentioned in the title of this video, is either Ayton or bust. That's basically what it is when it comes to free agents, guys. And the whole idea, really, when it comes down to the Lakers trying to save up cap space for 2027. I hate this type of analogy of what they are trying to do. Obviously, I kind of get it. I mean, there's going to be some top free agents going into 2027 with Giannis and Steph Curry. I mean, all of those guys being available for next offseason free agency in 2027. But at the same time, you want to build a team now for a prime, ready, in his prime Luka Doncic. So I don't know. I just feel that they're trying to play with fire at this point when it comes to the whole idea of just waiting not to spend a lot, just give up two-year type contracts with other players in free agency when it comes all said and done. And it's just like, I kind of understand the logic, but at the same time, what if all these guys in 2027 all sign with their respective teams? Those top free agents, Giannis, Steph Curry, all of those guys. I mean, Luka Doncic is on that list when it comes to, being a free agent in 2027. So, there's no doubt in my mind that he will stay with the Lakers for long term. But at the same time, are the others going to consider the Lakers? It just sort of remains to be seen. Basically, Rob Pelinka is just playing with fire at this point when it comes down to it. So I don't know what's on the mindset for you know Rob and the Lakers management, the front office, and all of them. But all I know is Rob Pelinka is definitely for sure on the hot seat. And, if he doesn't make any moves, that will be a huge focal point of how things are going to be competitive wise in the Western Conference. There's no doubt about it, guys. He is going to get fired. He's going to get replaced right away by this new owners. And I hope, when it comes to the potential hiring of a new GM, president of basketball operations. I mean, I really have my eyes set for potentially the Lakers going for somebody like a Bob Myers, and then there's Ujiri potentially going for the potential job search for the Lakers as a GM or maybe president of basketball operations. So obviously, Rob knows it. So far it's not looking good for him for not making any moves in the second day of free agency. And so far it is 9 o'clock where I'm at. So obviously it is not a good situation for what Rob Pelinka is trying to do for this Lakers team to try to build and all that. So um, for the future and potentially just for next season, especially trying to make LeBron James happy. And I know, guys, some of you all are probably wondering about the whole LeBron James situation and him potentially, leaving and all that. And I'm here to tell you guys this. I don't really see LeBron leaving the Lakers unless it's gets to a point that it gets really serious that, hey, LeBron and the Lakers, didn't make any moves that will help him be competitive and helping him win a championship this upcoming season. Then there's no doubt about it that he may get traded, or maybe he will waive his no trade clause, and just Lakers will have a better opportunity for just him sending them either to New York, was what I've been hearing, or maybe back to Cleveland. There's that type of idea out there when it comes all said and done. But at least that is right now the possibility when it comes down to it. So I'm not too worried about it. I think the Lakers are, for sure going to get something done, and maybe for the better to help LeBron James say, hey, at least they did something compared to last offseason. But there's still this narrative that it could be a possibility that he wants to leave the Lakers if or be traded. If the Lakers are not focusing on him more on Luka Doncic type of thing. But it sort of remains to be seen at this point. It really is, and it's kind of sad of where things are right now with how things are looking at for the Lakers when it comes all said and done. And it's just disappointing. It really is. I mean, we're just on pins and needles and just waiting on the opportunity for the Lakers to make some sort of move. And the fact that they haven't done anything yet is just complete sadness. I mean, it's just like, once again, here we go again. I mean, the Lakers haven't done anything to improve this Lakers team, especially finding a center at least. I mean, we don't have a center. We don't have a center. That's basically the main focal point of your team if you haven't found anybody yet. And like I said, the title of this live stream is that, it's Ayton or bust. That's basically what it is, unless you make a potential trade for a potential center that will maybe be a huge game changer and And in that moment, we will say, hey, that's why they waited that long. I mean, that is the reason why that they basically um, took so long and didn't do anything in day two of free agency is that, we're just waiting on a trade that was a game changer to help us, be competitive in the Western Conference. So it's the basic reality, when it comes to all said and done, and maybe that would be the reasoning. But at this point, with nothing being done, it's just right now a waiting game. It's just basically what it is, guys. And it's the sad reality. It really is. And it's just the fact that we're just still waiting is just not the best feeling in the world for what the Lakers are trying to potentially do to improve this roster. So I don't know. At this point, we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see what the Lakers will potentially do. Um, you know, there's a lot of scenarios that we can say when it comes to who is like the best alternative when it comes to the center position. And so far, there's nothing out there other than Ayton. That's basically what it is at this point, guys. And there's a couple of names that are out there. I saw that maybe Larry Nance Jr. could be a potential target for the Lakers, but I don't know. We're still waiting on that. But there's still the resolving of the point guard position. It sort of makes me seen if Lakers will look at a potential point guard to back up Luka Doncic, hopefully. But so far, I haven't been really hearing a lot of that. But because their main focus is to find a center, rightfully so. But at the same time, it's just a waiting game. It's just a waiting game at this point of what we want to see by this Lakers team when it comes to all said and done, guys. And it just sucks. It really sucks to see why the Lakers are taking this long to make something happen. And so far, it is a type of waiting game at this point, guys. So, um, but guys, when it comes to all said and done, I mean, they did make a move, obviously in first day getting Jake. So, and just the idea that he will be a really good pickup for the Lakers when it comes to finding the replacement for Dorian Finney-Smith. Sure, he doesn't bring that best side of things when it comes to defense of the elite side compared to what Dorian Finney-Smith brought, but he's still a young guy, and seeing his stats, when I made the video, yesterday of him, is that you know, basically he had his best year in Memphis, and even in with the Kings as well. And he does bring scoring to the table when it comes to all said and done. I think he'll bring a lot of that, but it's just his the lack of defense that he will potentially bring for the rotation wise for the Lakers, unfortunately. But I don't know. He's still young. He can develop that type of skill set with the Lakers. So it just sort of remains to be seen if he will be part of the Lakers' future moving forward, if he lives up to that expectations of just how good of a player that he is and all that. And the fact that he has a good grace with Austin Reeves, it kind of gives you a bit of a good sign that you know with that type of motivation and him working with his good friend and Austin Reeves, I think he can obviously show up and show what he's made of for this Lakers team moving forward when it comes all said and yeah, sorry. I'm trying to look for any updates. That yeah, there's none. There's none. There's not going to be any surprising breaking news of any kind. So it's just so far, guys. It's just a waiting game at this point. For maybe tomorrow for us to know what the Lakers are potentially going to do, and it could be a likelihood scenario that third day of free agency that the Lakers will potentially make the announcement of a potential signee or maybe a potential trade, which what I've been hearing, like I said, is that Dave McMenamin and Ramona Shelburne of ESPN in LA, they basically are saying that trade is going to happen, but it's just depends on what that trade is. And I'm on pins and needles, guys. I'm just wondering what it is. So, it's just remains to be seen at this point. And it could be one of these guys, actually, guys. It could be one of these guys that the Lakers could potentially look at. Um, when it comes all said and done. So, um, I like I said, I like East Misi. He's a young guy that can develop well with his Lakers team and fit the timeline, if you will, of for Luka Doncic moving forward. So you have that. Then you have Nick Richards, who is a really good backup center. I don't really think of him as a starting center for the Lakers. So if you get him and potentially maybe sign, um, I don't know, maybe like DeAndre Ayton, maybe that could be a possibility and I think that will be a bit of a win for the Lakers when it comes down to finding a center, what it is. So, but it sort of remains to be seen at this point when it comes all said and done. So, they're just rumors at this point of what the Lakers have been, uh, you know, having calls with those potential teams for those players. But at this point, guys, we just have to potentially wait and see. It's not the best type of options, but hey, maybe there's some brewing right now for the Lakers to potentially make a big trade with. But like I said, it's just a waiting game. We're not sure what it is, and we're on pins and needles. That's basically where we're at right now when it comes all said and done. Also, I also forgot there was also another center the Lakers are potentially having their eye on, and that was Al Horford. Al Horford, um, he is 39 years old. He's up there in age. He's not the same player that he once was during his times in Atlanta. That's where I mainly remember him most. And then obviously he won a championship with the Boston Celtics a couple of years ago. So, it is a bit, he had accomplished a lot for sure in his career. Um, and, last season, I have to say, he played not bad. I mean, guy who played for 60 minutes, giving you 9 to 10 points a game, 5 to 6 rebounds a game, shooting around 42% from the three. And when it comes to 35% from deep, I mean, that is a really good resume for what he put up in the Boston Celtics just a couple of years ago, even just last season. So, will that live up to expectations if he signed with the Lakers? It sort of remains to be seen because he is 39 years old. And could he stay healthy? It sort of remains to be seen. Like I said, he did play for 60 games, though, but, and played 39 games as a starter. So I'm not trying to say that he is like potential starter for the Lakers, but, if nothing happens in the trade front and you can get DeAndre Ayton and also, Al Horford, I mean, not bad type of additions to the team, but at the same time, the age difference of the Al Horford joining the Lakers, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way when it comes to what the Lakers are trying to build. I know it's kind of like a short term type of uh, of just getting Al Horford, but at the same time, guys, it is a situation where he is out there and those are the two best centers available in free agency. DeAndre Ayton and Al Horford. Other than that, nobody else. I can't really think of any others on top of my head that could be a really good piece at the center position, but there's none because all the top centers already signed with other teams. I mean, Brooke Lopez signed with the Clippers out of all teams, and then Clint Capella went back to Houston. Um, but other than that, those are the top ones that I can think about. And let's just say this right now: Al Horford, sure, what I mentioned about when it came to his stats, it's great and all, but at the same time, it is he is not the best fit for the Lakers. Unlike DeAndre Ayton, I think he can fit very well with this Lakers team, being a good lob threat for Luca. And then obviously bringing rebounding to the table as well, and the capabilities of averaging potentially like 15 to 14 points per game. Okay, hold on. What is this? Oh, NFL talk. Sorry, guys. I just got notifications. It was the NFL. And surprisingly, we saw a lot of moves, not just from the NBA front, but also from the NFL. I guess they want to be part of the free agency for the NBA, I guess. But yeah, guys, other than that, there's those type of options at this point, what the Lakers are looking at when it comes to trades. I also heard from like Trevor Lane from Lakers Nation that he could potentially um, that the reason the Lakers are looking for out talking about trades and all that is that maybe they have their eye on um, potentially one of the top centers in the NBA. I can't really think of one on the top of my head. It could be Nick Claxton potentially, but I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of type of narratives out there that I just don't really know at this point of what the Lakers are trying to potentially accomplish. But it's just still up there. It's still up in the air that we just have to wait and see what the Lakers are potentially going to do. So it's a waiting game, guys. That's all what it is. And it's the same scenario what we saw from last offseason with the Lakers with Rob Pelinka. And only this time they did sign somebody. So, but it's just another scenario where it's like you haven't done anything yet. I mean, why is it taking you so long? And it's just craziness. It's just craziness of how things are right now when it comes all said and done, guys. And it's just you know, just sucks. It really is. So that we kept to just wait and hear rumors and thoughts and certain reporters saying, "Oh, that they're going to sign DeAndre in. Oh, they got to wait a little bit. They want to see if there's any options for them trade wise." And it's a whole waiting game. It's such a it just sucks. And the fact that we get to see a lot of other teams make moves to better their team. I mean, how the Lakers are going to compete in that type of topping that when it comes to making moves in free agency. So and guys, just how things are looking when it comes to the Houston Rockets and now the Denver Nuggets emerging as potentially one of the top teams in the Western Conference, along with OKC Thunder, who are the reigning champs. They are really good where they're at. They didn't make a lot of moves or any really because they already have a good team intact. So, um, you have that type of situation in the West. Then you have the Denver Nuggets, of course, and then the Houston Rockets. I can't really think of any other type of team yet that made some really good moves in the Western Conference. But trying to think of some, but I can't really think of them on the top of my head. But those are the top three teams right now. They're better than the Lakers. That's the reality, guys. I mean, the Lakers at best, with how things are going and what the rumors are at, if they get DeAndre Ayton to be the starter, and then for the backups, you get, an Al Horford, and if somehow they don't make a trade, maybe somebody like a Nick Richards as a backup, and just signing some, veteran minimums, D'Anthony Melton, that would be a nice fit for the Lakers. Honestly, that it will be a nice fit for the Lakers. But other than that, I mean, I don't think Lakers can go toe to toe really with how teams are building their team in this free agency with like the Denver Nuggets. I mean, they are they have became a really good shooting team and a really good defensive team as well. With Bruce Brown joining, and you have Jonas Valanciunas, even though he's not a really good defensive player. I mean, just adding depth to Nikola Jokic. I mean, that right there tells you that is a really good position there for what they are trying to build with this with that type of team. So, and the expectations going into this off season, this upcoming season. So, sorry guys, I'm just getting notifications and it's just nonsense. So, other than that, because what I mean by nonsense, I mean it's like nothing Lakers related and nothing NBA related. So, other than that, yeah, guys, I mean, this is just a sad time to be a Laker fan at this point of just being on the pins and needles and just waiting for something to potentially emerge when it comes all said and done. So, and, you know, just it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game at this point, and we're just not sure when. And if I'm here to say it again, Rob Pelinka, do your job, man. Do your job. Do something to improve this team, because if you keep this up, you will be fired. And I hope it happens soon. If he doesn't make anything, I hope it's not like you wait a year and just wait until the off season to fire him and just, do that and just, put in another GM that will have to work on the fly and just, work that way. Masai Ujiri, guys, he's on the top of my list as a potential replacement for Rob Pelinka. Bob Myers, he's great and all, but I don't know. If you have Masai Ujiri available and you can get him, go get him, because he has done a great job for the Toronto Raptors. And, even with the Denver Nuggets at the time, I mean, as the GM and vice president of basketball operations, I mean, he even got executive of the year right away as an executive during that time in Denver. And he had a bright future, and he still showed a lot of promise and delivered a championship with the Toronto Raptors, getting Kawhi Leonard and all of them. And it just worked wonders for that franchise. And he made some really good trades, some really good moves, and had some really good assets. I mean, he knew how to be an executive. And so far, I don't think it will take him this long to sign anybody in free agency, and what Rob Pelinka is doing for the past couple of years now. So, at this point, we just have to wait and see what is out there for the Lakers to potentially do. Rob Pelinka, you're on the hot seat for sure when it comes all said and done. So, we just had to hopefully wait for what the Lakers will potentially just have to do. So at this point, guys, um, it's the waiting game. It's the waiting game, and I don't really think they're going to make any other moves. If they do, I will hop back on for another live stream breaking news if somehow the Lakers will do something tonight. But if not, maybe in the morning I will, or maybe I'll make a video of the breaking news of the Lakers signing maybe DeAndre Ayton, or maybe when there's a trade for somebody, I'm not sure, like a Nick Claxton or somebody like that, Nick Richards or East Misi. It sort of remains to be seen, guys. It is a situation here, when it comes to what the Lakers wanting to do, and it's just so up in the air. It really is. I mean, you have the free agency part, then you have the trade part. It's so up in the air. I mean, at this point, we're not sure what the Lakers management are doing, when it comes to where their mindset is in the second day of free agency. So, uh, yeah, welcome, Victor. I really do appreciate you joining from Guatemala City. Go Lakers! Absolutely. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Other than that, guys, I mean, it is. It's just a waiting game. It's just a situation here, when it comes down to it. And I know I keep repeating myself, but at the same time, that's the only thing I can say, because the Lakers haven't done anything yet for me to say anything that is uplifting and exciting. And, other than that, other than getting Jake, yesterday, I mean, other than that, that's the only silver lining that I would say it's a good signing for the Lakers. When it comes all said and done, he brings a lot of potential to the table, offensively, being a good scorer, I have to say, when it comes all said and done. So, and I think he will thrive in the second unit for the Lakers, and to give you guys a comparison, he gives me Rui Hachimura vibes. Except for maybe give more of an edge defensively for Rui Hachimura. But other than that, I mean, you know, he can develop his shooting more, when it comes down to percentage wise. But other than that, he gives me that type of vibes when it comes all said and done. So, but yeah, guys, other than that, that's the only silver lining. But at this point, my final line here and my final conclusion of this live stream is that Rob Pelinka, do your job because your job is on the line for sure. And if you don't make any moves to improve this roster, you will get fired. And I hope he gets fired right away because he is just, if he doesn't do anything to resolve the shooting, the center position, which was the number one priority, and he made this whole thing this during the postseason presser is that he's prioritizing and going aggressively to get a center and making moves and all that. And I'm like, okay, we just have to wait and see. And obviously, we waited and we seen it. Not impressed. So, with that being said, guys, it is it's just a waiting game again, guys. So we just have to wait and see what the Lakers will do and what Rob Pelinka will do. And all I have to say is um, Masai Ujiri, he is out there if Rob Pelinka doesn't do his job. So just saying, you know, Mark Walters, make the phone call, fire Rob Pelinka and get on the phone with Masai Ujiri to be the next president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I don't know, maybe bring in, Bob Myers as the vice president of basketball operation and GM, go that route, put up an all-star caliber front office because, you know, uh, it's been nice what Rob Pelinka done to bring in Luca and all that. I mean, I do appreciate him for that. Even Anthony Davis, all of these guys, but there was some really big fumbles that he made as an executive, and I don't want to bring back the whole Russell Westbrook situation, but that's we haven't recovered from that since. So, and the Lakers have been a bit of a downward spiral since the Russ Westbrook situation, and we haven't been the same since. And you know he's on the line here. His job is on the line. If he makes a big move that will amaze the NBA and all of us when it comes down to it, I just hope that it will be worth it and exciting because that's how you will save your job if somehow you do get a big trade out there. Because the ones that I've been hearing about, like I mentioned, when it comes to um, those backup centers. Like I said, I like East Misi and Nick Richards, but at the same time, they are not the type of situation where it's like, it is a good decision and the best move type of situation, but they're not starter material, in my opinion, but they could be a good backup when it comes all said and done. So, I mean, at this point, we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see if there's a big trade out there that's not been mentioned in these rumor mills that just caught us off guard type of situation. Then it will be interesting for sure if Rob Plinka is able to pull it off. So you know, we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see for that. So yeah, guys. I mean, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I did say what I had to say in this live stream, but like I said, if there's any breaking news that happens after I, leave this live stream, then I will come back and give you guys that breaking news. But it doesn't seem like Lakers are going to make any breaking news, talk, uh, you know, newsworthy to talk about. So we just have to, hope for tomorrow for the Lakers and the third day of free agency to make any type of moves to better the team. So, you know, we just have to wait and see for that. If they do make a trade, I will be uploading a video for that breaking news if that does happen. So, but like always, guys, please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And of course, just follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And once again, I want to thank Victor for your comment. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream, in the next video. All I can say to you guys, just be patient. Let's hope that Rob Pelinka does his job, and hopefully things will resolve for the better to better this Lakers roster. Hopefully, moving forward, if they hopefully make a move, either visa trade or signing somebody in free agency, aka Ayton and all of that. So, or Al Horford, you never know. So we just have to wait and see. But thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.